The White House says that Toyota is now fully committed to electrification. Is this actually true? Well, let's have a look. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. This is going to be a quick video because there's very little substance behind the White House's claims. I'm going to guess this isn't Joe Biden. I'm going to guess it's some other dudes taking a bit of cash on the side from Toyota or something dodgy like that is going on, surely. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Democrats, I don't hate Republicans, I don't care who you are, which side you're on. I think both sides are a bit fishy, a bit smelly. I agree with Russell Brand here that politics shouldn't be allowed to take money from industry. I think, how does that work? You take money from people, industry, and then you can be somehow impartial? I don't think so. Anyhow, welcome to the channel, my friends. My name's Sam Evans, and I'm the Electric Viking. White House has come to the defense of Toyota. Now, in Australia here, well, I'm not in Australia right now, but usually I am when I don't have exceptional circumstances going on. But in Australia right now, they're basically lobbying against EVs. The EV Council wants to not mandate EVs, but get close to mandating EVs by 2035. Toyota is saying that that would mean that millions of people would go without having a car, that it would decimate industry, mum and dad wouldn't be able to drive a caravan anywhere, motorhome, whatever you want to call it. It would mean that, by 2035, the technology just doesn't exist today, nor would it exist then for anyone to have an SUV or an electric pickup truck. Toyota doesn't know of that technology. I mean, Toyota is not aware clearly of that technology, so therefore it must not exist. A White House official said with Reuters, Toyota has been the laggard of the automotive industry regarding electric vehicles, but with the Biden administration now putting its foot on the gas regarding EV adoption, which they are doing, even introducing new, more aggressive electrification targets, which they have done, the Japanese automaker has changed its course, largely thanks to its new CEO, Koji Sato. Now, its new CEO is not in charge. If you think he is, you're high as a kite. That is absolute insanity. The man who is in charge is the president, the grandson of the founder. He's the president of the Automotive Association in Japan, and he's the president of Toyota. Just want to make that point clear. According to the same White House official, Toyota is now fully committed to electrification. Let's examine the reality behind these claims. For now, at the moment, Toyota does not have a dedicated electric production line anywhere in the world, not in a single factory. It has a production line that makes various cars, including plug-in hybrids and EVs, and a non-dedicated EV, which has been absolutely panned in Europe. People in Europe, journalists, people are saying that it is rubbish. They are. I can cite you numerous articles. Numerous journalists in Europe have questioned Toyota's claims about its battery capacity, its range, its claims about the car, its 10-year promise of a warranty when you have to do certain things that mean it's not real. Anyhow, the White House official interviewed by Reuters, John Podesta, recently met with Toyota officials regarding their electrification plans and how they could change their US manufacturing presence. No word was mentioned about how it might be too late. None. Apparently it doesn't matter. Toyota can take their time as long as they want to. According to the interview, Toyota is now reinvigorated to pursue pure EVs in the US, especially as demand for them continues to grow in North America. Demand for EVs obviously is massive in China, massive in Europe. So far this year, Toyota has lost about 17%, 18% market share in China. And that's its most important car market. Well, it's about equal to America. Besides the growth in demand for EVs, Tesla says, and the aforementioned regulatory crackdown on internal combustion engine vehicles, Toyota in particular is seeing the transition come at the expense of its bottom line. Recently released data shows that Toyota customers are the most likely customers to move from a Toyota vehicle to an EV. So Toyota is aware of that data, and even if you make a comment on this video saying, oh, but I don't see proof of that data, or it doesn't really change the fact that Toyota is well aware that that is actually true. Luckily, according to Toyota CEO Koji Sato, this situation, he says, is about to change. With the company planning to introduce 10 EVs globally by 2026, Toyota aims for an annual production capacity of 1.5 million EVs. 1.5. So right now it sells 10 million cars a year. It says its goal in 3 years from now is that 15% of the cars it sells will be fully electric. Do you think that could be a little bit late? 15%? I mean, what are the other 85% going to be? Now, Toyota has a very short period of time to, first of all, create the electric platform it needs. It doesn't even have it yet. It doesn't. It said it itself. It started work, well, we don't know when, because it had a meeting about potentially making a new platform in January. So as far as we know, Toyota has not yet even actually officially started work on the EV platform that it will use to build 1.5 million EVs. At the moment, Toyota produces 25,000 vehicles annually. The only EVs it sells that are actually selling, really, to be honest, are the ones in China that are not made by Toyota. They're made by BYD. If you think they're made by Toyota, then yeah, well, they're just not. It's that simple. So this means that Toyota is going to have to 60x its production, 60 times its production. That would be possible if it had an electric car factory or a production line or even an EV platform. But considering it has none of those things, timesing its production by a factor of 60 in less than 3 years is utter baloney. Even if it did pull off this miracle, it's still only 15% of its global production. Well, what percentage of cars that are being sold in Europe right now are fully electric? It's quite high. What about in China, where more EVs are sold than anywhere else in the world? Combine the rest of the world, there's more EVs sold in China. What about the US? Is that a market where Toyota is even remotely prepared to sell the hundreds of thousands of EVs that customers are after? I don't think so. Sorry, Whitehouse, but whatever Toyota has told you isn't really backed up by any facts. Now, don't get me wrong, I definitely hope Toyota can somehow save its bacon and start making millions of EVs, pull off some sort of Houdini. But I don't think Toyota has enough magicians to make this reality. Thank you for watching.